Bro, how you in meeting?
1 hour.
Can you just leave it?
No, question me. Honestly, question me.
Every time 1 hour.
Mm.
I mean, I don't have 1 hour. That's the thing. This is almost 3, and I believe it before 4.
We'll soon be done, don't worry.
No, man, tell me, why am I watching group? I can't wait till 4. Fine.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I have to quickly rush figure out something. Okay, so I'm here. I'm home, so this is why all this are happening. Knowing what to move, lots of distractions and all that. So I'm here. I'm audible right now.
Yes, I can hear you perfectly now. I can hear you. Hello, ma. Should I? All right, all right. Thank you so much. All right, thank you so much, ma. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Stephen.
How are you doing today? It's great to hear from everyone. I mean, it's great to see everyone available for our third climate ambassador program happening today. So we we are going to be starting now. We are going to be starting now. But today we are going to be having a very interactive session. So you can always make sure to talk, make sure to interact, make sure to engage, right? So don't hold back. So we are going to be having a climate story before we continue. Before we go into the second half of today's session, we are going to be having a climate story. You'll be allowed to talk about your climate story. You'll be able to talk, right? So you are free to talk. Don't hold back. So for instance, it might be your personal story. It might be a story that you crafted. It might be what intrigued you to start advocating for climate change. Storytelling is a great aspect of climate change. First, is good in the um, art aspect of climate change. Climate change is so broad to the extent that there are so many aspects that you can advocate for. Do you agree with me? Great, great, great. So it's a broad it's a broad area. For instance, you might be advocating for climate change and you are into technology. For instance, you are using renewable energy to change the perspective of people when it comes to energy and climate change as a whole. And some other person might be using journalism or let's say media work to put together digital advocacy for climate change, maybe through um, videos, through pictures, through documentaries, you know, different things. Do you want to give me any other example? Anybody? Any other example of any advocacy? I mean, yeah, we've got brilliant people in the house. Go ahead. Don't be calm about it. It's your knowledge, right? Anybody? Any other way you can advocate for climate change? Okay, I think someone is talking in the chat box. Climate finance, right? Like um you know regenerative finance, something we are advocating for at Afriland. It's part of what we look into in Afriland. So any other person, you might even want to talk.
Hello?
Okay,
I'm
climate
sorry,
finance.
Yeah.
my network cut out when you were speaking, so I didn't really hear the opinions or the points you gave. But what I wanted to say was you can volunteer in an organization that deals to advocate for climate change. I don't know if you said that, please.
All right, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much. I like the fact that it's getting engaging, right? Yeah, so
Okay.
you can.
Hello?
Okay, Prince. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. Steven. Good afternoon, my fellow ambassadors. So I am coming from the agricultural aspect.
Great.
Last year, towards the end of last year, I was onto a research that we're doing some work around climate smart agriculture. Yeah, so that's another stage that's climate. We can do some climate work in agriculture
Amazing.
using remote sensing and modern agricultural practices to save the environment. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Amazing. That's like a very viable area right now in the climate action space. I was talking about the use of solar energy and plant agriculture the other day. It's a climate smart agriculture called agrivoltaic, used in hot region like temperate region that you might want to use the mutual benefit between solar and plants to boost agricultural productivity. You see, so it's for instance hydroponic agriculture too, and he was talking about climate smart agriculture, resilient crops. Hydroponic is plants that depend on water majorly for their existence, not soil. It's so unbelievable, right? And they are so resilient, and at the same time they require little space. That's vertical agriculture in the real sense. Vertical agriculture involves kind of agriculture that has a little space. So it uses a little space. So any other person, I think that's great. So do we have any other person? Okay. So yeah, you can we can tell our climate story now. You know, today we want to make sure it's so engaging to the extent that you are able to meet your cohort member Of course, at the end of the lesson, you will be meeting ourselves better in the group where we'll be dropping our LinkedIn profile. We'll be meeting ourselves on LinkedIn because that's where collaboration starts. When we meet ourselves officially, when projects are going to be starting, and maybe you need someone to collaborate with you on the project, you can bring the person on. Maybe the person is even in your state and you don't know it, right? So, right, that's why we want it to be something very engaging today. So you can begin to tell your climate story, right? For instance, say someone that thinks agriculture. I'm just going to give you a story now. Someone thinks agriculture is a sure way to poverty due to our locality. This is a true life story. She thinks agriculture is a sure way to poverty because of climate change, but she had no idea of it. She thought agriculture will definitely lead her to poverty due to the fact that crops are always yielding low, and farmers are always in the rural community are always going bankrupt. They do not have something to show for their tough and crude way of agriculture. So she determined to understand better what is the cause, although she was very sure that she wouldn't go into agriculture. So in her research, she began to realize that the parents, our own parents, was into agriculture and it was not able to sustain their family just because of climate change. They never understood that they're having less productivity because climate change was ravaging their local community. So she began to realize things that are causing climate change in our rural community, like irregular weather pattern and rainfall pattern. So she unraveled a lot of issues when it comes to water scarcity, um, insufficient water for plants, and that is very essential for any plant to germinate properly. So she began to make her research, although she was admitted. Her course was changed in the university to an agricultural course because she could not meet the cutoff mark. She started to take it, but her own motive was different. Her motive was different in the sense that she was not paying attention to it. She was probably thinking that at the end of the day, she would take another career path, but she was not paying attention to it. That led to a very low reduction in her performance, like the performance was low. So at the end of the day, she began to realize a lot of opportunities in climate action, and the agricultural education she was taking was opening her eyes to a lot of innovations in the agricultural space, like climate smart agriculture. She began to unravel things like mulching, um, root irrigation, like surface irrigation that targets root system, hereby conserving water. Um, drought um, prevention measures like the water conservation that I talked about the other time, and a lot of other things. So she began to apply it herself in a small farm. She took interest just because she realized that the major source of the problem of her family was not just climate action, but lack of the knowledge of climate action. It was not just climate change, but lack of the knowledge of climate change. She began to practice irrigation manually by running her pipes around her farm and making sure it is targeting the root. She was practicing mulching, practicing climate smart agriculture, hydroponic agriculture, and so on. She began to see improvements in her agriculture, she began to see a lot of productivity, and it changed her perspective of the fact that agriculture can be a major source of income when you have knowledge. Nigeria is reported by the United Nations to have 7/10 of our population lacking climate change knowledge, and that had to change. That drew her into climate advocacy while maintaining her passion in agriculture. At 300 level, she got to discover that agriculture can be a life to her. So she channeled that energy correctly, and she was able to salvage the poor performance from 100 level. And now she's doing well in the climate action space, making leaders and at the same time changing the perspective of climate change in Nigeria. Thank you so much. So that is a story, right? Okay.
Which story is it? Am I audible now?
Yes, perfectly, man.
So sorry, I'm having kind of network issue because I'm home today and set to work from home. Unfortunately, my network is kind of tormenting me right now. So sorry about that, right? Steve, you have such a story narrated, a very nice story narrated. So, just a little bit of the time to share my own kind of story. Then I don't know if there anyone that wants to share before I join. I don't know. I'm not just cutting it.
We have not started sharing. People have not started. Ambassadors have not started sharing their story, man.
Okay. So please, if you want to share your climate story, how you share or how you getting involved or your passion for climate change or why do you want to get involved? Why do you want to be an ambassador for climate action, right? So if you have a story that has intrigued you to want to join in, please feel free to um indicate probably after my story you can just unmute yourself and share your give them a very excited and engaging class that we're going to do today, just to know ourselves more also and going to pass um, going to do. Okay, so just to for us to know each other more and how ways that we can collaborate and network doing a very strong community together, right? Why we're having this discussion today. Tell a climate story, John. Tell us about your story. To hear very, very exciting, even funny stories, very interesting as well, right? It can be, it can be what has climate change done to you. It can be the flood. It can be the heat waves, right? In Nigeria, I know a couple of days we have been experiencing a whole lot of heat waves, right? The heat is so much there. So it can be something that forces you to want to really fight against climate change. You must have a story. If you're an ambassador, if you are advocating for climate change, there must be a story, right? So encourage everyone to tell us your story, short, even if it's funny. We welcome it
Plan ẹ o.
here, right? Yeah,
Ẹni tó yẹ kó
yeah,
tètè kíní lónìí.
okay.
Ọ̀nkù rẹ̀ kú.
Okay, so about my, I mean, I have to be very, very
Sáré
clear
change
and
ẹni.
right. We're not doing
Sáré
about
change
travel.
ẹni.
So my private
But thank God pé àti ìsọyún tá
I
máa.
think that was when I was in higher education, right? Sorry, high school. Yeah, you call it secondary school. So I noticed that I love agriculture very well. Like I do get a series of things from my grandparents. I am SS3. I don't get asked what was B, right? My mom was like, this girl, you always get an A in that because you're getting B, sometimes chemistry, biology. But you do well in that because you want to be a farmer. And that, I say, yes, it could be bad to be a farmer. You understand? That farmers now are very, very important. And I love farming, right? So, for sure, when I got, am I still audible?
Yes, you.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank goodness. I was thinking
That's
I had
fine.
been speaking to
Just
myself
continue.
all this while.
Come on.
Okay. So please don't ever I'm not audible. Just tell me if I got my story short. Okay. So for short, when I got to university, I went to study I went to study biochemistry, microbiology, like. Unfortunately, they didn't offer me that course. They gave me soil science, right? It's an agri, another BSc like. So I was like, where is my faith taking me to? I initially was very angry. Why am I doing this soil science? Do I want to continue with this? But I must tell you the honest truth. It gave me a solid foundation in understanding the relationship between soil, climate, and human activities, right? And during my time in school, couple of research I did in my undergraduate studies, I explored how different language systems can influence carbon storage, right? How different language systems such as the familiarized and the cohort, how they can influence carbon storage and get how they can influence soil storage, right? So realizing these things gave me uh, so realizing this thing gave me kind of underground to see the role soil play in climate mitigation, right? So this is a different. I don't want to take you down to what I did or my research, but I just want to let you know that it actually gave me the desire to underground give me the desire to undertake the grassroots climate activities and activities, right? So I started engaging with community, schools, and young people to raise awareness about climate change. Yeah, I co-founded Limpa Lagos. That was the first project I did with Climb One Invest. I just ended it here just to talk to you guys. That was 2000, 2021 when I finished with my youth studies. So I co-founded that project here to raise awareness, plant trees, awareness about deforestation, raise awareness in secondary schools about climate change. But I discovered something. I discovered that most of these young people, young schools in different communities, they lack access to climate education, which is what AfriLearn is trying to bridge. So I founded AfriLearn, so which you know what happened what we're doing here is a community-driven initiative dedicated to climate education and empowering local climate ambassadors like you. So through this program, I have worked on we have kind of worked on projects 3 days climate awareness and tree planting event that should be Ikole, Ikole community, led by our Cohort 1 ambassadors, right? Uh, Sorry, I'm kind of being long. Let me try to cut down my stories. So the journey has been fascinating, right? Getting speakers like today, we are supposed to have our booth that'll be leading us uh, climate action, SDG, and the barriers in climate mitigation. But he just sent me a message, just let's say 5 minutes, 5 minutes to 2. It's not 3 o'clock yet. That he lost his uncle and he will be joining the class today. That he should make arrangement for his schedule. Right. This is kind of very, very quick and urgent that even made me very, very that urgent emergency situation that never gave me the chance to ask another speaker to replace him for today. It's very, very short. John just sent us an email to come and talk in less than 5 minutes to the class, right? So these are some of the challenges that we are talking about in the journey. Well, we lack limited to funding. Yes, this is the second cohort. Most of the speakers that we reached out to demanded for so much money. She paid money, right? It's not free. This class for me having, I paid some speakers to come and teach you guys, right? This program is a free program. We're not charging anybody for this program. We simply charge for this particular program. It's open to everyone to learn, right? So there have been challenges in funding. There have been challenges in getting speakers, right? As I said. So a couple of challenges that we are facing. Hosting something like this is one that what you want to undergo kind of feel like you feel discouraged from even considering, right? So, but when you have passion for it, even though you can even spend your money, right, just to make this program a success. So what am I trying to say is that I believe in collaboration and networking. That's a very, very, very important one. I believe in collaboration, I believe in networking because it has made my journey very, very smooth and clear. Because if I think most of the people I talked to today are people that I collaborated with, people that I kind of told my story and then ultimately, and I can go to anytime, anywhere, and they were able to answer me or support me, right? And we'll be introducing Hereby is a rating winner. Is I think it's a class, the fifth class. So I have this network in the Hereby space. Through collaboration and networking, right? These are people that when you are building a community, right? You don't know exactly know these people. Like when we are here, I don't know Prince Woji from anywhere. I don't know Timon. I don't know Omar, right? And I don't know Daniel, right? We are just different people connected just to achieve one particular thing. Okay? So let's say tomorrow now, Daniel might decide to send in scholarship or a funding that to the WhatsApp group, and you kind of applied and you got the funding. That is what community is all about. That is what collaboration is all about, right? So different people, different resources. We are kind of different people. We have different resources that can help each other. So my journey was very easy because I was able to have this in mind, right? So I think I have said a lot. Yeah, I think I have said a lot about my journey. But one thing for sure is that you have to have passion for what you are doing. You have to have passion for it. And I promise you, 3 people happen. I'm just saying, 5 people here, 6 people here. My plan on building a very big project tomorrow. Right? It starts now. What is your passion? Right? When you have this particular passion, you can do anything you want to do. If you don't have passion, calm down. Passion will come, right? Okay. So that is the end of my story, my short story. And please, I encourage you to unmute yourself and share your story. Come on, you must have a story. Today, today's class, there must be a story. Nobody is going without a story. Okay? Philemon, Daniel, Mario, don't you have a
Good
story
evening,
to
ma.
tell?
Sorry, my network is. I my story is not very much of a story. That's why I don't know how to share it.
Share anything. Share anything that seems like a story. Share anything that seems like a motivation of a story. I don't know. The moment for you to share.
Okay, I would. Okay, let me put it like this. Then I don't know because my network has been breaking.
Okay, I think we are audible.
Okay, thank you. So I would say my climate journey started in last year of September. Yes, yes, September thereabouts, or when the first African cohort came, because I was introduced into the climate action sphere from blockchain, from when I was learning blockchain. So I was in a group, and somebody just sent a link to the African ambassadorship cohort one, and I was like, okay, climate change, blockchain, how do they relate? But let me apply and see how it goes. And then that was the first time I came across Refi and in the cohort one and the whole session with whole speakers. And I don't know, a whole lot of us here on the cohort two were not there in the first one, but that one was very wonderful and amazing. I got to learn a lot about different things. And my knowledge about climate change really improved. And I think I got to know about carbon credit and regenerative finance, and a whole lot of other things, and how to be a climate ambassador even in your own community. And then from after that session, or after the whole 6 weeks of the ambassadorship and were awarded certificates, different opportunities started coming to, you know, express myself in the climate change sphere. First of all, my university partnered with an organization to plant about 9,000 trees in the university campus, because we discovered that, oh, this land is just bare, and these trees, if we were to plant them, they would help our oxygen levels a whole lot. And then I was part of that project. Some of the students were selected, and I was one of them, and that happened. So I was like, okay, I can add this to my portfolio first of all. And okay, sorry, can I be heard still?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, okay, my net okay, my network keeps breaking. That's why I'm not in a very good. Okay, but yes, then we had that project of planting 9,000 trees, and it was very good. And the second one that came in my climate journey, which I would say an opportunity, because I did not really go out there to source for it, I just stumbled upon it, was the time in the state I stay in is Lokoja in Kogi State. And last year, some parts of the city experienced flooding, and the people were displaced from their communities, and they couldn't run their daily activities. They had to leave their houses and their shops because those places were flooded. And then there was a rally or a campaign to admonish the government that, oh, this is what climate change is causing, bringing floodings to these areas which are not supposed to be flooded. The sea level is increasing and all of that. And so we had the campaign to go out and admonish the government and tell them these people need funding to, build, stay in better locations, and to prevent this and that and help their businesses. So that was one project that we also went on. It was for about one day, and then there was an online conference. So that also updated or increased my portfolio, I would say, in the climate fair. And the rally happened and it was successful. And the COP 19 was holding. That's the UN conference where countries gather and they talk about how they would bring funding into various sectors, especially climate change, to help displaced communities and displaced nations. But it has not really been going well in Nigeria, or the funding has not really been getting to us. So part of that campaign was to tell the government, this is what climate change is causing. It's causing flooding here. So help the community members and all of that. So and so on and so forth. And personally myself, I heard Stephen talking about a woman that went into agriculture, but she was not really interested at first because she felt farmers are poor and all of that. But it really interested me, and I was happy because I myself, I would say I'm a farmer because I do a little bit of subsistence farming in my house with irrigation method. So it's not the time that you have to wait for rain, because in Nigeria we only have the sense that it's when rain falls, that's when we can plant. But really no, you can, if you have a borehole or you have like constant water supply, you can be able to farm on maybe in a little space or in a little garden in your house and grow food for yourself. It's still, that form of agriculture still goes hand in hand with climate change, because when you plant, you grow plants and these trees give you oxygen, so you're having cleaner air, and then you are even having cooler breeze in your house, and that's just for yourself. It's not even on a community level. So that's why I do a bit of farming myself, so I would say. And then also compost, when you have or when I have compost or things that we eat in and we turn them to compost, we can still use them as manure on the farm. So all of this is sort of a circular economy which goes hand in hand, and nothing is really wasted. So I don't know, it's all these stories I've given. I'll just say that's my little climate journey, and I'm here again wanting to learn more and grow in this space. And let's see how it goes.
Awesome. Am I audible now?
Hello?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. I think we'll take one more session then before we can start with our onboarding.
Yeah, my name is Zakare.
Okay.
Can I speak?
Yeah, sure. You are free.
Okay. My name is Umar Zakare. I'm from Gombe State, Federal Republic of Nigeria, and I'm from the Northeast. My climate journey is kind of different point of view from all other my colleagues here, because we in the northeastern Nigeria, we have been devastated by the Boko Haram insurgency, and after that, the main reason for this, apart from ideological perspectives of Boko Haram, then the issue of loss of livelihood have already increased. The redundancy, the lack of job opportunities, business has been decaying all over the northeastern states, Gombe, Bauchi, Taraba, Adamawa, and Yobe State. And as such, we come to realize that what is the main reason by loss of livelihood? Because more of the farmers in the northeastern Nigeria are small-scale agricultural producers, those ones that are relying on rampant agriculture. And climate change has been devastated if only climate entire northeastern Nigeria. Predominantly in Borno State, they have the Sahara Desert. Yobe State, they have the desert encouragement. Places like Gombe State, we have the desert encouragement. So the moment people have lack source of livelihood, it's very easily for them to engage in crimes. I'm getting my point. So some people, then we work with one organization we call Dual Environmental Initiative. It's a local NGO that is based in Gombe. And then I did my IT industrial workshop at NewMap. NewMap is a Nigerian Erosion and Watershed Management Project. It's a World Bank assist program under the World Bank. And I did my industrial work here with them because I studied BSc Geography there. Then we come to realize that the more people lost their livelihood, the more they engage into the crime business. So we start to say, what are we going to do to revive most of these business opportunities that are lost? So in fact, some part of the Yobe State and Borno State, people cannot even go to farm. And then the moment they can go to farm as a result of insecurity, then they may venture into any kind of crime because it's the survival of the people. Somebody must eat, somebody must take in something. I get it. So in the new map area, we we discovered that let's revive the agricultural activities in Gombe State, the entire 11 local government. I was part of that team that did that workshop. We give farm inputs to farmers. Climate education is one of the best thing that we did. Under that World Bank program, we dissect policy, community-driven development project. In that aspect is that no matter what we are doing, no matter the activities, that particular community, the leaders of that community must be part of the action. Because without the support of the community leaders, surely you cannot get what you desire to do. And then, since we are giving all the farm inputs, fertilizers, and the other things that might revive the farming activities and that rural area, and then we have to give them the climate education. Most of these areas that we visited in Gombe around Nafada, Funai, and Bajuga, all those ones that have the impact of desert encouragement. And in fact, even in Ashaka, we have the Ashaka's main factory. That Ashaka's main factory produces a large amount of carbon that releases to the atmosphere, industrial waste. So we have to synthesize the people of Ashaka, let them understand the impact, the usefulness of planting of trees, the impacts of how they plant trees. When they keep planting of trees, they may reduce the effect of that, the deflations of their ozone, the air split by the production of within Ashaka. We had planted up more than 5,000 trees within the Ashaka community and other local governments. Also, as part of our dual environmental initiative, what we are doing is the community sensitization and community school Captain Young initiatives. Under this Captain Young initiative, we just tell the kids how to plant trees, how to prepare, how to set up a nursery. Because if they don't have to plant the tree, make up the nursery themselves, they know how to plant the tree themselves. It will be very easy for them, it will be very good for them to keep on the planting of trees. Because and also, if we have the students, if we have the students that plant more trees, they sustain them, they nurture the trees, they sustain them, they give them small topic so that it will give a good impression to the others to keep on planting on the trees. We have been planting trees in several parts of the state. And one beautiful thing that makes me to focus more on the issue of climate change. By the moment I moved back to school for my MSc in climatology, I come to realize that the entire northeastern Nigeria suffered major impact of climate change than every part of the northern Nigeria, in fact, in the entire Nigeria, because we have the extreme heat. The shrinking of Lake Chad. That shrinking of Lake Chad has already made many people in the northeastern Nigeria to be completely devastated, to be completely out of business. Because before the incident of Boko Haram, northeastern Nigeria, they have produced about 3,000 to 4,000 tons of fish annually within the Lake Chad basin. Agricultural activities in Adamawa has been seen to the extent that some people abandon their farms and due to rural urban migration as a result of lack of that shrinking of the Lake Chad. So under this artificial project, they are now trying to revive the Lake Chad basin by submerging the water from the other parts of the river Jama'ari toward the river Gongola, divert the water to comes to the areas around Ribangarja and Jama and Jajiri local government in Yobe State. All these are part of the initiative that they are trying to revive the Lake Chad. And then before that, we in the dual environmental initiative, we try to enlighten the people about all these impact of climate change, entire aspects, how they will prevent themselves. And then we focus on more two things: number one, mitigation and adaptation. How people will mitigate that impact of climate change and how to adapt. These are the two things that we focus on. And this kind of initiative that we are in my Land project that makes me more on the issue of impact of climate change, that how we take action in order to reduce the dramatic impacts of climate change in our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mama, for sharing such amazing experience. Security in Nigeria has been something that time. Mukumi, I don't know if you are ready to share your screen.
Show me cash.
Okay,
Umi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can anyone hear me?
I can't too.
Alright, let me share my screen.
I've got a young mommy. Adoption. How much later? He cannot now stay.
So can anyone see my screen? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, we are audible. I can't see the screen from here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, like
Alright, thank you so much. My name is Oduwabumi. I'm one of Appellant's team. So I'll be introducing to you a project platform called Taxlinks. So this project management platform is a platform whereby we'll be onboarding all climate ambassadors, whereby tax from your organization, anyone that take up the task and also there are some tasks that are supervised, so take up tasks that can fetch you through just for completing the task. So I'll just run through the platform. So right now I will log in to show you the instructions of the platform.
Thank you.
Am I still audible?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Alright, thank you so much. So if anybody has any questions, please just unmute and speak because I can't see the affiliate project management platform. On this platform, you can plug in, you can see open talks and events in an organization, and you can see any announcement, any posts going on the platform. So here on this left navbar, we have dashboard, we have the events section, we have the project section, we have the task section, we have notes, we have messages, we have team, we have reports, we have files, we have help and support section, and we have to do section here. Sorry.
Our platform.
So I'll start by going over the dashboard. So here the dashboard is project overview. So probably if the project on code, you can see everything in it. The dashboard is more like the summary of your activity on the platform. So the summary of your activity, you can see the timesheets, you can see all tasks available for you. And also things scroll down. So here you can see the project timeline. Here you can see the project here, organized virtual workshops and webinar. So it's a major project. So it is prioritized as major. And here you can see event. So I was playing around here. You get the notification of our upcoming events, and also to do is labeled private. What you add in your to-do, no one can see anything you add in your to-do. So it is basically for you. So this is only going to appear on the dashboard. So and also then you can see open projects. I open this project virtual climate action hub. So and that is all for the dashboard. So and also this sticky note is also private. Probably you have information you want to hold on to. So you don't want to information. You can just type it here, my information. So once you click out of here, it's going to be saved automatically. So even if you log out, you are going to get the information right where you put it. So before I move on to the event section, so I would like to tell you what this is about. So if I click here, So this is the left navigation bar, and this is another navbar on top of the screen. So I'm very sorry, my network is kind of slow. So here there are these shortcut keys, shortcut buttons. So here you can see it to be probably I need to attend session 4. So once I save it, it is going to display, and I can give you some labels, probably the priority. I want to prioritize this as high priority, medium, or low priority. So here you can just search for any information, search for it. Probably don't know where it is, but you know it's in your account. Just give it a search, and here you can add tags, you can add multiple tags, you can add project time, add events, add notes, and also add to do reminder. Anything is still labeled private. That means other climate ambassadors won't get to see it. It is only for your own purpose alone. So you want to set a reminder, probably reminder for our next session, which is happening on Thursday. So you can just set it, maybe session 5. Then what's the date, what's the time, then you can click on add. So it's going to remind you that okay, this session is happening at this also time. Don't forget, just a reminder. So everything here, this is a notification shortcut. You can see notifications here, and also here is also message shortcut. You can see messages that has been sent to you. So I'm not sure if you can view the top of my screen, but once you go to tax.afriland.com.ng, it's going to give you an icon that looks like an installation icon. So you can use that to install Afriland on any device, probably using a Windows laptop, using Mac laptop, you are using iPhone, you are using any Android. You can install it directly on your phone without going to Play Store or maybe App Store or any other application store. So let me move on to the event. So add climate ambassadors into your event organization. For example, you can see here there's an event here, test events that I created. So once you click on it, it will give you the information of the event, when is the event happening, every information you need to know about the event. And also, if you want to add your own event, you can just click on add event. So once you click on add event, it's going to ask for the information of the event, the name of the event, the title of the event, the time and the date of the event, and some other data. My network is slow. I'm having network issues, so it's not loading up fast. So I'll move on from there. Okay, I think it's loaded already. All right, so you can see it's asking for the title, the description of the event, when is the event starting, and what time is it starting, the end date of the event and the end time, the location, probably online or it's physical. You add the location of the event, and also the labels of the event. Probably it's important, high priority, or other team member, or probably just want it to be private. So if you want it to be private, then you just click on only me, or you want to share with all team members, and click on all team members. And if you have a specific member you want to share with, you can just click on specific member, and it's going to request for the name. Or probably you are in a team, probably you form a team with Cloud Climate Ambassadors, so you can just type in the name of the team, and everyone in the team is going to be notified of the event. So if you want to give it a color so you can identify this as the event, so you can choose any of this color here, and it's going to change the color so you can know, okay, this purple is for this event. So that is all about the event. So I'll move on to the project section. So the project section is almost like the event session, but once you and your team, or probably you and some other climate ambassador want to execute the project, or probably the organization has a project and you want to be part of those who will execute the project. So we can have a view of everything here. So you can see here, this is the project that is active, virtual climate action on. So the project is currently open, so you can see it there. So then you can see more details. So under project, there is also tax as well, because every project is going to be divided into tax. So then let me look at it so you can have a view of it. So to be onboarded on this platform, so over there you can have more of our activities and also participate in more of our projects. So okay, so now you can see virtual climate action hub. So this is the project that Hereby has already created on this platform. So what I'll just do is I'll just say start time, so that after that, this is the time I spent working on this project. So just click on start time, and here it's going to calculate the amount of time you spent on the project. So that is all about. So you can see the tax links on the project. You can see how many tax are available for the project. Then, and also if you want to switch how the tax is being displayed, you can choose carbon to show, and time sheets how much your team members and you have spent on the project. So that is all about the project section. So for the tax section, so just like I said, you can set tax for yourself, and you can also open tax that is being created by affiliate organization. So you can see there is no tax here. If you want to add tax, you can just come to add tax. So once you click on, so for example, I have a tax. Probably I need a climate ambassador who can go with me on climate advocacy in school, probably in a specific location. So I'll just type in the title of the tax. Then you give it the description, full details of the tax. Then also you want to add points. Probably you want to your team to have points whereby you know, okay, for doing this, I'm going to give you this point. So it's going to be useful when we are grading that. Okay, probably want to choose the climate ambassador of the month, climate ambassador of the year. So you can use the points, and also probably you want to assign tax to a specific team member. So probably the organization is assigning the tax to a specific team member. It's just the same process. So, and also you have to collaborate. Maybe you are not probably in a team. You have team A and team B, but team A wants to collaborate with team B. So you've assigned the tax to team A, and you want to collaborate with team B. So you can choose team B. Then also the status. Okay, this is the priority. Is it minor, major, critical, and broker? So you can see the status, which is to do, in progress, and done. So this can be updated. Probably you see the tax and you correctly work on the tax. Then these here. So probably you need more details on the project. Upload the full file, the full document of the event or of the project or of the tax, and also probably the team members or the other party might not understand what you're trying to pass across. Then you can make a voice recording talking about the project. Then the assigned or the collaborators, those they are collaborating with, they're going to receive this message, both the file and also the audio message, so they can understand the tax of the project very well as you want them to. And also the note is just also similar to what I've showed you. So let me go there again. So you can see there is no note. I have no notes created yet. Notes are private. So if I want to create a note, I just come to add the note. Then I type in my notes. Then it's going to save my note for me, so I can revisit my notes and try to take them. So and for the messages section is where you can have a chat with the climate ambassadors on this platform. You can have a chat with climate ambassadors. Probably you want to reach out to someone, you can just search for the person and send the person a message. For example, I want to reach out to. Okay, so if you want to reach out to someone, you must have texted the person probably from the team group or anything, because I've tested no one, so nothing is popping up here. So once I've texted everyone, then all your inbox is going to appear here. So and also for the team, so here you can see the team members, you can see their time cards, the time spent on specific tasks or projects. You can see it here, and also probably if the climate ambassador is currently unavailable for some period, then you can just book that. Okay, I'll be unavailable for this specific period, so that when they are assigning tasks to this the climate ambassador is not available. So I don't know if I'm still audible. Can anyone tell me if I'm still audible? All right, thank you so much. So like I said about leave, so you can apply for leave. So then the organization and your team members, those you're working with, can know that you are currently unavailable. So they won't be like, okay, you're not replying or you're not responding to specific assigned tasks. So you can let them know that you're not available by putting in for a leave for the specific period of time you won't be available. So yeah, the team members, you can see your team members. Yeah, if I in a team, you can definitely see your team members here. So let us see the team members page. So you can see there is three climate ambassadors here. We have Adesina climate ambassador. So you can see your team before this person. So let me click on this person. Okay. So once it's big, then you can message the person. You have access to. Okay, so you can see the timeline of the project, just because if you're not in the same team. So that is about the team member. So and also announcements. You can create announcements for. You can create. So you can create on this platform, for example, you can so there's an announcement here. So any announcement created by the organization will be displayed here. So you can see I made an announcement that says our webinar is on. It might be helpful in reminding your team member about a specific project or a specific event, and also about the report. Report is just going to show your time you spent on the platform, probably view so activities on the platform. So that is all about it. Because I am not really doing something much, so I have nothing on report here. So you can see, you can have a summary way, or probably you want it in form of a chart. So then you can see it here. So I have 0, 0, 0, 0 because I've not perform any activity. And the spice is just like a cloud storage or an event guest. So everything you've saved or anything your team members sent to you on this platform, you can have access to it here. So it's more like a cloud storage for our platform. And also probably you have any issue navigating this platform, you can reach out to us by going to help and send a message by creating a ticket that okay and describe the message I'm having issue navigating my platform and my account so issue, and also you can add screenshots for easier response. So and also to do is just the same as what I've explained before. So you can set to do probably you have projects or the task being assigned, you can disintegrate it into to do this is what I'm handling next. So that is all about Aqualand, and also every climate ambassador of Aqualand is going to be onboarded on this platform. That way you can have an easier way to network with each other and collaborate on projects. So I don't know if anyone is having any question. I would like to take questions now. Thank you so much. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
All right. Is there any question from anybody concerning tax links?
Okay, guys, I know this might seem a whole lot, right, to comprehend, but we are going to walk you guys down the onboarding process, right? So, for this project management platform, this is going to help us to set reminders for events. Actually, for following the framework event, both virtual or physical events, online events. So it's very, very easy to collaborate with different ambassadors. If you're having a offline, you can share the link, the IRL link for other ambassadors to join. And people will notify that if you have a project we are running and we want people to join. Yeah, it's very, very easy. And yeah, what we're doing here will be helping you for easy onboarding. So I think we'll be sharing the link to install this project, tax link project to your phone, your system, or even your phone or your laptop, whichever one you want, to get onboarding easier, right? So if you have further questions about this tax link project management, please feel free to ask. Even in the chat, we'll be very happy to answer. So using this project management platform, I'll be taking because I think we actually need to that's why we set this project right, this platform. I think we'll be posting our events or anything coming up in this project in this platform. So please, even if you have this tax link on your phone, ongoing now, even if we'll be sharing most of the information on WhatsApp, we might be using this tax link to send out task events because that's what we created it, right? for instance, to send out events. If you have any events, interesting events you want people to have access to, you have your status on your computer. Feel free to post it there for your fellow ambassadors to partake in. So that is why we built a free platform for this program. So soon we'll be sending the link to join the platform either on WhatsApp or here. I don't know. So if you can share it here, I think it'll be nice for them to start the onboarding process. So check the link. I think we'll be sharing the link on the chat here, maybe on WhatsApp. You can start onboarding. Okay. So that's all for our management platform. Just like every other management platform you know, but this is going to really encourage ambassadors to collaborate and network very, very easily, right? So I think I didn't go stop because I can't see any hand there. I can't see any indication on the chat. The message that I can't see any questions. Okay. Our next class is on Monday. We having sorry, today is Monday. Our next class is Thursday. We'll be having Moses was here the last time. I think he kind of wanted to present on Monday, last week Monday, or last week Thursday. But unfortunately, the problem is section to present. So we'll be coming on Thursday to talk about carbon credit, talk about why we should plant trees. Already had a project that he's working on where he planted thousands of trees. So come here, come learn about what he's doing and how he's using to ensure climate action. So that should be on Thursday. And share our attendance link. I don't know, some people will chat me that they came to class but they didn't see the attendance. Right? Probably they came in and didn't wait to sign before they leave the class. It will be affected. Attendance link is normally at the end of each lecture, right? So when you join in, you wait to get the attendance signed before you leave, or you will wait till the end of the class before you leave. Because you can't just come in, then leave, and you send me an email that you attended the class and you didn't see the attendance link. You don't take attendance link when you start, especially when you start lecture. At the end of the class, right? So please, if you are running a very you can't attend the class, totally fine. But just so that no attendance rate not ensure that you have a certificate at the end of this program, right? So try as much as possible to attend classes, sign attendance, right? And these classes, like I said, these classes are being paid for. It's not free. They are being paid already for the speakers to come and speak. Okay, so that's why you're keeping the attendance very, 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 very strict on that, right? So and again, our class starts 3 p.m. West African time, or 3 p.m. GMT +1. That is the 3 o'clock Nigerian time. Someone who joined 1 hour earlier, right? I can't keep the time, right? The time is 3 o'clock and we have to stay with the time. So if you are joining us, you can't wait till 3 p.m. But then because I'm joining and waiting for other people to join. You don't wait for the meeting to start when you start having like sessions. That is what I wanted to ask. Right?
So we go through then we should
That's great. So if there's no other question, we'll be ending the class and we'll be joining again on Thursday, 3 p.m. GMT plus 5. So guys, see you on Thursday. You don't have to want us again. And about evening.